What is up, everyone? Renfail here, back again with a little more EVE Online. Now, I saw this topic come up in conversation the other day, which is, can you solo EVE Online? Because technically it's marketed as an MMORPG and has been since its inception 20 years ago. Now, I didn't play the game when it first came out. I haven't really ever played it at all, other than a brief stint a few years ago when I tried it out for a couple of weeks. So me coming in at the end of 2023 and trying it as a new player, I have been bringing a new perspective to this game in the sense that I am brand new and I'm coming in playing through the tutorials and the new player missions and the new skill trees that they've got with everything else. And the best part about this, if you haven't been watching my streams or tuning into any of the guides, is that, oh yeah, you can solo this game. In fact, the vast majority of EVE Online as of 2023 is pretty much soloable. Now, obviously, the end game, fleet versus fleet, corporation style gameplay, if you want to engage in the massive PvP battles, it's there, and there is group-based content in this game, but the vast majority of what new players are presented with is PvE only and solo questing that you can do on your own. I did a video, it might be yesterday or the day before, sometime recently I did a video on my early thoughts on EVE Online after several weekends of playing this game and making a few guides around it, and my experience has been 100% solo, and I have zero plans to do any group-based content in this game. I'm just not interested in the group-based combat in this game. I am enjoying the aspect of coming in, having different ships, running all these quest-based missions, which I honestly didn't know existed in the game because I came to this thinking that it was a group-based MMO, and I just was going to jump in and do a first impressions video and a couple of different, thoughts videos and reviews. And instead, I have found that there is a rich, deep, engrossing, engaging, beautiful, super fun PvE solo gameplay loop that has allowed me to get dozens of hours of enjoyment out of this game so far, and we're just getting started. Like, I didn't plan on doing this for more than a couple of weekends, and I made this statement in my final thoughts video the other day that I'm now planning on playing this at least for the next few months. I'm going to be doing this over November, December into January, and if I'm still having fun after that, I'll probably keep playing it. Mostly I'm just doing Saturday mornings, and we're doing some streams around that, so if you want to check that out, we're usually live 5:30 in the morning Central Time, streaming for a few hours. But before we get to that, and we're here for this video, and I do want to show you what this gameplay loop looks like and what I'm talking about when I mean that you can solo pretty much all of this content. So we're going to do some live missions here in a minute because I'm actually working on one of the epic arcs right now. But if you're a new player, the first thing that's going to happen when you come into the game is you're going to play through the tutorial, which is about 45 minutes long. Now, after you finish up the tutorial, it's going to prompt you to go to this page called the agency, or this panel called the agency. And once you get to the agency, you have a breakdown in various tabs, and you'll see these across the top as well. You've got agents and missions, you have encounters, exploration, resource harvesting, an NPC corporation dashboard, home front missions, all this other stuff, the help section, which is great because it's got cool videos that help you out, Paragon agents. But let's start with the agency itself. Is that overview. Then you get into agents and missions, and this is when you start off. The tutorial is going to prompt you to immediately go to the career agents, and these are 5 different quest lines which start you off with some basic gameplay loops. It's like, oh, why don't you try out the enforcer storyline? That's about, I think it was 10 missions, took about 2 hours to go through. You get a couple of different ships and all of the fittings that you need, and it's all solo. All of these are solo quests. And then when you're done, you could just run through all of these if you want. I then went to the Soldier of Fortune one and ran that one because I knew it was another combat-oriented one, and got some more ships and some more fittings. And then you can go Explorer, Industrialist, or Entrepreneur. Producer or entrepreneur, and these are all going to give you different ships. Each one's about 2 hours to complete, maybe a little bit less, just depends on which one you're running, and it's all solo. All of this is solo content. Then when you're done with that, you can come back out here to the agents and missions, and you can choose to maybe, I don't know, talk with a Paragon agent, and there's multiple Paragon agents, and they have all of these different things that you can do. And Then there's the mission agents with security agents, distribution agents, mining agents, R&D agents, locator agents, bounty hunters, which are for locating other players. And there's all of these things you can do. Then you get into the encounters, which this is the area I have found. These ones are group based. So if you want to get into group based gameplay, you can. But here's the thing. It's optional. You don't have to do any of these if you don't want to, because there are so many other missions, exploration missions, combat anomalies, which allow you to go out and do combat with your ship, and it'll tell you the difficulty level, so that if you're worried about what it might be. Some of these are unknown, so you might find out that when you get there, it's too much. Difficulty level 3, unknown, so on and so forth. Then there's resource harvesting missions. So you can go out there and mine asteroid belts, look for ore anomalies, go for the ice belts, do planetary industry. Then they have, this is additional epic arcs and stuff if you want to do additional NPC stuff. But here's what I'm working on right now, because I've done, in the career agents, I did Enforcer and Soldier of Fortune. And the reason I did those two first was because I knew I was going to get some decent combat-ready ships. They're not really for transport hauling or anything else. They're mostly for just flying around and being able to handle yourself in a combat scenario. And then I immediately after that, I went over here to the Epic Arcs. And I'm currently in the middle of this Bloodstained Stars, which is the very first. And here's where things get wild, because I want you to take a look at something. So there's syndication, smash and grab. There's all of these different things, and look at how many missions there are. So Bloodstained Stars, 52 missions in this storyline. That's just stop for a minute and think about that. 52 missions. Do you want to know how many of those missions are group based? 0. It's all solo. This is all solo content that you can do. So right now, my only agenda as I'm playing through the Saturday morning sessions is I'm going through the Bloodstained Stars storyline. That's really the only thing I'm working on right now. As soon as I get done with this, we're going to go into the syndication. Then we're going to go into the smash and grab. Then we're going to go to the penumbra. Now, some of these you'll notice are from different factions, so I may have to earn. I'm not quite sure if I have to earn faction for those or not to start. But each one of these, you'll notice they've got all these different missions in there, and there's all of these to go through. Then you could back out of here once I've wrapped up with that. There's this other thing called storyline agents, which it says a special mission that greatly increases your standing in one of the 4 empires. It says unavailable. I don't know why. It says for every 16 agent missions you complete in service of a particular faction, a special storyline mission with that fact. Oh, so this is why. So apparently, after I've completed 16 agent missions, and right now I'm working on. I wonder if these count as agent missions, or if it's only the career agents. That one I'll have to learn more about, because I don't quite know. There's the agent finder as well. So, for example, I am a... Well, you can look at the different types, but I am a faction, as an example. So I am the... Where's it out here? I'm the Galente Federation. So I can look at all of these agents for the Federation, and all of these offer different quest lines within my faction. So I would need to do a lot of these missions. There's 30 of these. So I would need to do missions for all of these to be able to unlock one of these storyline ones, which is really cool. So that's cool. So in the meantime, all of these that we're going through right here, these are all solo. So it's like there's all of this content that you can do without needing to find a group, without needing to join a corporation, without needing to do any sort of group-based gameplay. You can come do all of this. Now, one of the things I don't know about, they mention it here. Let's go to the next tab. They mentioned something about NPC. This one, NPC Corporation Dashboard. What does that mean? Open external content. I'm just popping this window open. I don't know what this means. So I guess there's other stuff with corporations, which is like group-based content and the fleets and everything else. That's all the stuff that I'm not worried about, because even though it is an MMORPG, I'm not playing it like an MMORPG right now. I'm literally playing this as a single-player RPG. So it's just a space-based game for me. So let's actually show you what this looks like, because there's different types of missions Let's go back to the agent submissions here. Go back to the Epic Arc. We're currently working on the Bloodstained Stars. We're currently back here to talk to this individual. We're reporting to Sister Alitura. And so she's got the next mission for me in her storyline. And this is what you're going to be presented with when you are doing a story chain like this. So there's text dialogue, all the details you need to know about the mission and what your objectives are and what you're going to get out of it. Some of these are going to be delivery missions, other ones are going to be conversation missions, other ones are going to be pickup missions, other ones are going to be cargo missions, other ones are going to be combat missions. There's all sorts of different types of activities that you're going to be doing within the missions themselves, which is why it's great to, once you've done the tutorial and run some of the early agent missions, to learn how to do the mining and everything else and get your ships. You know, having multiple ships at your disposal to help you out with that kind of stuff is great. So it says here, we have another crew member located, the ship's janitor, Neben Centurion. He's stationed at a small outpost. We hope he'll have a lead on where some of the other personnel are recuperating, so we're hunting down people right now. In light of what happened to Red, who unfortunately didn't make it, I'd like you to bring this janitor back here once you found him for his own safety, you understand. So we're going to go ahead and accept this. And once that's accepted, we can close this window down. We're going to undock. I'm having so much fun in this game, everybody. Ooh, there's a little bit of a performance thing there. I'm going to tab out and make sure I've got all this stuff shut down so that we can hopefully not have any frame rate loss here. Alright. Should be good now. We're going to warp to location. By the way, I love how my ship folds up when we do this. Watch this. The ship's going to fold up here in a second. There it goes. Ah, it's freaking awesome. Alright. Warping to our destination. Sometimes there's a hiccup with Streamlabs. That's why there was a little bit of frame drop there. I have an older laptop. It's a gaming laptop, but it is getting older. Alright. I need Neben Centurion, the janitor, in my cargo hold. So, now we might have some spies who are going to attack us. Let's see if they're coming towards us. I think they are. Yep, we're going to get attacked here. So let's defend ourselves real quick. Take care of these spies. I'm going to have to get some more ammo the next time I go back to base. These ones are actually doing a little bit of damage. It's good. It means we're getting into slightly more challenging content. Alright, that one's down. Let's go and track this one. Fire on him. Alright, we got a couple more that just popped. Let's take care of these as well.
A module has run out of charges.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. That's not good. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's go to my fittings. Let's do tungsten charges. Iron charges. Optimal range. Both of those are 10k optimal range. So let's go ahead and set my orbital distance to 10k. Close this down. Stop orbiting. We'll just approach. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, now Neba just popped up. He says, yeah, I know where Aubrey, the ship's cook, was headed, but I'll need a terminal to give you the coordinates. A terminal in a safe station. I'm not stupid. Alright, so where is he at?
The capacitor is empty.
Yep, hold on.
The capacitor is empty.
Let's stop the ship. Where is he at? Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. He's in a shuttle. There it is. It took me a second. Open cargo. I got a little bit closer. I had to find him in all the mess of everything that's on the screen because it wasn't. Alright. There he is. Alright, he's in my cargo now. These are the little things. Sometimes it's not explicitly detailed, and as a new player, I have to figure these things out. So we got him now off of his shuttle, and now we can go back to where we were.
Warp drive active.
So we're going to warp back. We're going to make our delivery, and that will spawn the next event in this series of quests, and then we just keep going on. So this is, I didn't know this existed in the game when I decided to try this. I thought I was just going to do some space combat, test it out, see if I liked it. I don't like PvP, so I was just hoping to do some like PvE missions and stuff. And then I got in and I was very pleasantly surprised to find that there are hundreds of PvE solo missions that you can do, which means for me, from a enjoyment perspective, I'm going to get dozens of hours out of this, potentially hundreds of hours. And from a content creator's standpoint, having never played this game before, there are people who have created EVE Online content, but my guides have been getting pretty decent traffic, as have my streams, because I'm sort of a new face in the EVE Online crowd, so the algorithm is picking up on that, and it's working. So I'm definitely going to be doing this for the foreseeable future, because there's tons of PvE content for me, and it's all solo. So we'll complete the mission. We just got our rewards, and then I can go straight into requesting the next mission, which it says here, we got the information from Nebin, but there's a problem. It appears Abru Azil, the ship's cook, has shipped out as well. There's no way they would get all the reassignments so soon after an incident like this. They're being shuffled through the system so we don't find them, and then they're the drones. You need to find him. If we follow this long enough, we might discover who doesn't want the truth uncovered. And from here, you know, we got the next mission. We can choose to undock. My favorite are the ones that actually have you jump several systems away, because then you get to use the autopilot and enjoy beautiful scenery and music as you go along. So I just am finding this to be an incredibly enjoyable experience. And for those of you who think that you have to play it in a group, or that it's all about group-based combat, or that it's all about PvP, that is not the case. There obviously is PvP. As I understand it, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny risk that you might get hit. But for the most part, you're doing these PvE missions, which are sending you to the high security sections of space. So people don't really go there for PvP because there are consequences to doing PvP there, and Conquered and everything else. Alright, give me a hand. The damn thing's tickling my person. I'm dead in the water. So you don't really have to worry about that from what I've seen and from what I've understood. And you can just go around and do these missions and have fun. But that's why you take ship insurance in any case, so that if something does happen, you can quickly and easily get back up and going and not have to worry about it. So there you go, everybody. Yes, you can solo. It's all solo from what I've seen. Like, you can choose to play this game entirely solo if you want to. You don't have to group. Highly recommend it if you like this type of slow, chill space combat. You know, it's not heavy Twitch-based, reaction-based. It's just orbital combat, kind of like Star Trek Online. It's got some really good storylines that I've seen so far. It looks great for a 20-year-old game. This music is amazing, and I'm just having a great time. So, love to hear your thoughts. Just drop them down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And we are streaming Saturday mornings from 5:30 a.m. Central onwards. A little bit of EVE Online every weekend. Plus, we do a lot of other stuff, so check out the playlists. We're multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so pick your poison where you want to watch live. Join the Discord. If you're a member here on the channel, don't forget you can check out the member videos up above. Until next time, everybody, safe flying out there. Have fun.